Yeah, and hey, make sure the guys working on Flames of Destruction don't put any good shit in the set like needle fiber. We gotta milk that shit for as long as— oh, hello! Here at Konami, we really know and are in touch with our audience. And so today, I wanted to share with you some of the amazing reprints that you're gonna find in OTS Pack 7. We notice a lot of the players are playing Scapegoat again due to the Link summoning mechanic. So we thought to pair that and complement Scapegoat very well, reprinting a card like Token Feast Evil would be an amazing synergy for any deck to enjoy. We also noticed that a lot of you guys love playing the mythical beasts out of Extreme Force, and since those decks rely on spell counters to add and equip to your spell counter based decks, we thought it would be incredible to reprint cards like Pitch Black Power Stone, Spell Power Grasp, and even cards like Royal Magical Library as a super rare, because those cards have never been used in Degenerate strategies before, and plus they haven't been used for over 10 years, so we thought it was an amazing opportunity for you guys to have it as a reprint. And finally, because the Wave of Light structure deck sold so well in fact that your local game store probably has dozens if not hundreds still on the shelves, we thought we would be doing you a disservice if we did not reprint cards like Divine Punishment as a super rare and made Herald of Orange Light occupy one of the 3 ultimate rare slots. Now you can complete your collection of ultimate rare heralds, and everyone is going to have a good time. So we really hope you guys enjoy OTS Pack 7. Until next time. Cimoooooooo! What's going on, guys? It's Cimo. So today we're going to be talking OTS Pack 7 and what a fucking train wreck nightmare of a set this turned out to be. Now, there were rumors of OTS Pack 7 and some of the cards that were going to be contained in it, like Ultimate Rare Link Karibo, which again doesn't need an Ultimate Rare printing, but it'd be nice if Europe could have Link Karibo 4 months before it's printed in the starter deck, or stuff like Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, which again isn't the best, but at least it kind of is in theme with the fact that Legendary Collection Kaiba was just printed. But we saw the cards in this set, and this is a colossal nightmare. So before we get into it, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss a single video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So starting off with the ultimate rares. The first ultimate rare we already knew was Cosmic Cyclone, and I think Cosmic Cyclone is a fairly good upgrade in the set. It's a card that I feel perfectly fits the set as a whole, and what I mean by that is I feel the cards that should occupy the ultimate rare slot in OTS Pack 7 are cards that are very generic, pretty much almost every deck can play them, or it's going to be staple cards that are some of the most like semi-generic good cards available to us in the game. You know, things like Tour Guide along those lines. So Cosmic Cyclone fits that perfectly. Now, I feel like Twin Twister might have been a little bit more deserving of this before Cosmic Cyclone, but I'm not really going to complain. I think Cosmic Cyclone is arguably one of, if not the best cards in here, and you're going to see why when we get into the rest of it. Now, the other 2 ultimate rares are Link Spider and Herald of Orange Light. Now, with Herald of Orange Light, I actually thought this card already came in an ultimate rare because Herald of Green Light and Herald of Purple Light already are ultimate rares from Enemy of Justice. So I guess I assumed Orange Light already followed suit, but it didn't. So at least it's not a duplicate ultimate rare similar to something like Vanity's Fiend, which we've had before. But Herald of Orange Light is really out of left field. The only possible competitive deck that utilizes Herald of Orange Light is World Chalice, and World Chalice is not played by that many players, even though it happened to win a YCS, but regardless, it's just a very odd choice. And then you've got Link Spider, which again is just really out of nowhere. Like, out of all the Link monsters they could have picked for the ultimate rare slot, why in the fuck was it Link Spider? The only time people use Link Spider is when they're using Scapegoat, and Link Spider's on the field for less than 5 seconds. So I guess for that 5 seconds, you're really showing off your bling to your opponent if you have fucking ultimate rare Link Spiders. But again, this is another card that is not very commonly used because you basically have to be playing Scapegoat, or I guess World Chalice again. But it's just such an odd choice overall that I'm really confused as to why these were the cards they ended up deciding for the ultimate rare slot. This could have been something like Abyss Dweller. They could have put Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries in here. Good generic cards that are deserving of an ultimate rare printing would be just perfect candidates for those ultimate rare categories. And you might not agree with the cards that I just mentioned, but I'm sure you could come up with some of your own just generic or even semi-generic cards that have just been seen across competitive formats that would be very good candidates for ultimate rares that aren't fucking Link Spider and Herald of fucking Orange Light. So that's it for the ultimate rares. I'm done ranting there. We're gonna move on to my next rant of the super rares. Now, to be fair, the super rares probably are the best out of everything else because I would say half of them are decent and the other half are just, I don't know what they were thinking. So for the super rares, we have Royal Magical Library, Spiral Tough, World Legacy World Chalice, Destrudo, Magical City of Endymion, Fossil Dig, Divine Punishment, and 3 Paleozoic monsters, Dinomitius, Morella, and Leancolia. So, Royal Magical Library is just out of nowhere for me. This card hasn't seen play since Exodia Blue Eyes decks were really useful, so I don't know why in the fuck they thought this was just even remotely relevant. Again, I think the fact that because Mythical Beasts and Spell Counters are actually being played in the meta, they probably thought, oh, Spell Counters, let's just go ahead and reprint it, which again, just perplexes me to no end. If Royal Magical Library was actually a relevant card in a strategy, that's fine, but it hasn't been for 6, if not more years, so I just don't see the point. Now, the cards I do like in the super rare slot, Spiral Tough, really good. Even though Spiral obviously isn't the best deck, I think it's a nice rarity bump for anyone playing the deck. World Legacy World Chalice, again, very nice rarity bump for anyone playing World Chalice. Destrudo is an amazing, this card should have been super rare a long time ago, but nice rarity bump there. That should have been a fucking ultimate rare. Put Herald of Orange Light and Destrudo in switch positions, then we're actually going to be talking. Magical and City of Endymion, again, follows the spell counter argument, but at the same time, this was a very expensive card because you could only get this in the Spellcaster structure deck, and it was basically like an $8 card before this reprint. It might still be expensive, but at least now there's an alternative way to get it. It's not really used that much, but at least it's an expensive card that is getting a reprint. So I'm a little bit more lenient on that because it was just demanding an outrageous price tag for what it is. Fossil Dig is really good because that card deserves to be super rare. I can't believe that's only come in common and like Duelist League rarity up until now. So dinosaur players, you can rejoice on that one. Divine Punishment, again, I guess it's a rarity bump, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's counter fairies. So I'm in a set that's supposed to be catered more towards competitive audiences. I don't see why this is in here. They could have put this in like any other set that would have reprints. So I think this was just a wasted slot. And then we have the Paleozoic cards, which overall are pretty good. Now, my one gripe with this is that Olenoides is still not a super rare and is arguably the best Paleozoic monster out of the entire Paleozoic lineup. I mean, Leancolia is a one-of, Morella is typically a one-of, unless you're playing some turbo variant that runs 3 of it, and then Dinomitius is anywhere from 1 to 3 depending on the build that you're playing, but pretty much Olenoides is always a staple 3 of in Paleozoic just because it's Mystical Space Typhoon, so it's one of the most generic, good Paleozoic monsters that you're going to want to go to. So why is this the one Paleozoic that still hasn't gotten the super rare printing? I guess in OTS Pack 8, they'll give it to us, but we've seen in the past that sometimes they don't finish hollowing out archetypes. I'm looking at you, Mermail, so, you know, maybe we'll never get it, who knows, but I definitely hope in OTS Pack 8 they do put a super rare Olenoides. But they could have put like super rare Unizombie in here. They could have put more of the Spiral cards in here. There's so many other cards that are good candidates for super rares that it's really just a disservice that they didn't put the cards that really could have been super rares in that slot. And then the commons, like, I don't even know. Obviously the commons are not meant to be that appealing, but in the past, we've had stuff like Seraphonite, we've had stuff like Scapegoat, which again, Scapegoat's not expensive, but at least it's a playable card. You know, there's been some really good cards occupying the common slot, but this time, like, I don't even know what they were thinking. Prickle Fairy? Legendary Insect Princess? What is this, Invasion of Chaos format? Zeradias, Herald of Heaven? Like, okay, I guess, again, for Counter Fairy players. Book of Life? I'm sorry, zombie players don't need Book of Life. They need super rare Unizombie. Rare value? I didn't realize Crystal Beast players needed more rare value. Zombie World? Zombie World has so many printings right now that this is like seemingly irrelevant. Spell Power Grasp? Pitch Black Power Stone? I don't know, again, where the spell counter cards were coming from, but this just seems just out of fucking nowhere. You've got Wavering Eyes? Wavering Eyes already comes as a common. Why do we need another common printing of Wavering Eyes? And then we've got Token Feastival, Lucky Chance, Blowback Dragon. Like, I don't understand what the thought process was behind picking these cards. The one common I will say is probably a very nice pick in here is Gatling Dragon, and the only reason I say that is because this is actually a rather expensive card for anyone looking to play GOAT format. So Gatling Dragon is probably the best common print in this entire set. But what does that say when Gatling Dragon is the best common? They could have put something like Ojama Red in here. Ojama Blue was an OTS Pack 6, so why not follow it up with Ojama Red, which is currently like an $8 to $10 card for no fucking reason. You just printed a whole set that has Ojama themed cards, so put Ojama Red in there and just finish it all off. There's just so many other good candidates that it really perplexes me what the thought process was behind this set. Overall, I don't know what they were thinking, but they could have done such a better job with this, and I feel like it's a disappointment because when people want to go to their OTS store to play, they look forward to these packs because the potential to get something to hollow out their deck, or even to get a big money card, is just basically makes the experience all the more fun. But by taking that away from the players and making it just a set of cards that really no one's gonna want apart from like 4 cards, that's just something that you're robbing the players of that experience and really taking away the value of being an OTS store for the local game stores. So I think this was a huge misfire, and I really hope Konami learns from this mistake in OTS 8 because people have been very vocal about this online, myself included, and I really hope you guys voice your opinion as well, and they take notice of this and hopefully make the set better moving forward. But guys, those are just my thoughts. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about OTS Pack 7 as a whole. I'd really love to hear your thoughts and what are your favorite cards in the set. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to like the video as always. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content. And if you found this video informative, consider backing me on Patreon, because just by pledging only $1 a month, you're investing in my ability to continue bringing you amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content. So thanks so much again, and we'll see you next time.